Welcome back to Maine for round 2, league card coverage of the Maine State Championships. I am Ian Anderson, joined by Zoe Andike.
Hello, everybody. This is going to be a great round 2. We're at a very, very exciting course. We got the Bittersweet Ridge today with a really, really nice showing here from the MPO field. Take a look at the leaderboard. Top card will be fun to watch, no doubt. Got a couple of the local boys. And, of course, we got Matt Bell, the touring boy. Charlie Goodpasture.
Also semi-touring pro,
Yeah,
I would think
I was
so,
going
right?
to say, seeing Charlie's name up there is great.
We filmed Cobra Legee before as well. Looking at hole 1, Zoe, tell us about it.
Well, we're going over this parking lot. It's a hyzer for a backhand righty. Not out of bounds, but definitely if you get off to the right too far, it's like a little bit of natural OB with the forest. Got to hit this gap. It's a little bit uphill and blind to the basket. Again, huge theme, just like at Patriots, study the greens all throughout this course.
Wow, what a cool way to start hole 1.
Yeah.
Your league card, knocks before the game. Matt Bell representing our title sponsor there, ThoughtSpace. Huge thanks to them making this coverage and the tournament sponsor, or the tournament happen. DiBattista takes the box. What is this,
Yeah, I was just
Zoe?
going to say, Ian, I never even thought about this line. Like, I love how he's lining it up. It's confident. It's his play. It's a lot more open on the left-hand side once you get to that, like, approaching third of the green.
Boom.
Big turnover. Wow.
Doesn't look like our B-Cam caught that hero shot, but we'll catch up with DiBattista later.
Looking forward to it.
Charlie Goodpasture takes the tee. The more conventional route, Zoe?
Yeah, I feel like he was just trying to skip it up a little bit, which he got that ground play. Might have wanted it a little bit higher just to get into that hallway entry through those trees, but no doubt that's a great spot to be. You know, you can get up and down easily from there.
Third to tee, Matt Bell.
With all that ground play, one thing I would think that one could get all the way up there with a perfect shot.
Looks a little wide from Matt. Good distance, though.
Next on the box from Augusta, Maine,
Cooper
Legee.
last to tee. Tied in third with Matt Bell.
And representing Prodigy, so we've got 4 different disc manufacturers or plastic throwers on the card. That's exciting.
You like it?
A little wide, but if it just gets real stable here, yeah, it stops. He's got an open alley right there on the right. Yes, that'll work. Just a very touchy approach and tricky, I think, for all of our guys.
I am so curious where DiBattista got to.
Yes.
Is this him? It is.
Checking the wind while he gets his footing.
So did he get back almost onto the main fairway, Zoe? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes. I'm sitting here looking at what he's lining up and where he is. He is on the edge of the fairway. Look at this approach.
Oh, okay.
Little hallway. He's checked this out. He's a local, and he has probably played this track a few times, I'm assuming. He knows where he can be.
I like that. Goodpasture. His second on the par 4. Slides into the green nicely. He'll have a putt for birdie. Cooper. Throwing 2 nicely in the fairway.
A lot of angle on that shot, and that's what you can't do is overcook it. You really want to come up short and just slide, if anything.
A really steep green. Really picks up just past the pin as well. Matt Bell.
Wow, that looks like a wall.
Yeah, he's kind of off to the right of the fairway, pitching back on very well.
Yes. Good shot to hit. Everybody's getting ready and warmed up at the Bittersweet Ridge.
DiBattista, long look at birdie. Who had a great shape on it, but drives up just a little bit short. Legee, birdie look.
Almost.
Oh.
I liked the height.
Yep.
Yeah. Also a local representative.
Yeah, northeast guy.
Yeah.
Matt Bell. Oh. Just a little short on that bid as well.
Some of that hole one stuff going on the green.
Yep. Goodpasture. That is a stroke on the card. He is now just one back of the lead. DiBattista, par. Bell and Cooper the same.
Now, the very first thing that was said to me about this course is not cart friendly. And I smiled because, first of all, I got to say, check out this slow-mo putt. Boom. Good way to start.
Yeah.
I smiled because I thought, okay, if it's not cart friendly, that can really only mean one thing. A lot of hills, a lot of elevation.
Yeah.
So check this out. Let's get right into it, you know.
No kidding, Zoe.
It's only 200 feet. You know, it's kind of one of those little birdie or dies, but it's a tricky shot. Neither one of these gaps or tiny little 2 foot, 4 foot, 6 foot gaps, hallways are easy to hit, and you've got to hit the hill and hope to not get too much ground play. Somebody probably thinking a slow speed disc. Certainly a driver's going to skip to the right or left or deep.
Yeah, sure. Charlie has the box after the birdie on one. Just one off the lead. Ooh, looks like that kicked right down the hill, Zoe.
It definitely did. I think that's outside of circle 2 or maybe at the edge.
DiBattista.
Left gap is definitely the friendliest.
I like that.
Yeah, that is definitely the play. Hit the hill and get the ground action to the right.
Bell.
Great play. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, throwing a putter downhill or like this, a slow speed sidearm. Who doesn't love that?
Cooper next, flexing the forehand. Looks like pin high. Nicely done. Everyone looking at birdies.
Oh, it didn't go as far. I think
The
he
log
got
might have saved
caught
him
up
there.
a little bit. Yeah, this is good. He's got a bid. He's got a chance. This is really uphill. Easy to do that. Hit the cage when you feel like you're throwing it high. It's just so steep.
At least it's settled. You could see
Yes.
that getting legs and rolling back on down the hill. Bell for birdie. DiBattista to match that birdie and regain a 2-stroke lead. No problem there. And Cooper very close for his birdie look. No problem.
These kind of holes are a lot of fun. We're going to see some tricky little ones and some very, very long ones, some par fours through these really, really thick woods. But you have to just kind of appreciate when you look off to the right and the left how much work has been done to carve out these fairways, and then what it really takes to pure shots through them, and how good that feels to a disc golfer once you do.
Love it. What a gem. Going back uphill here, Zoe.
Yep, you said it. Uphill. This is 390 feet and appropriately a par 4. Very small gap. You've got to shape the shot. Understable disc if you're throwing backhand. And man, to have a sidearm long enough to get up here would be ideal, just so it would curve back to the right. It's a farther and tougher entry to the green.
What a crazy shaped hole. I have not seen one like this, honestly.
doesn't seem like par 4 really fits 390, but then you see this hole and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it actually does. Placement's important.
DiBattista with the box and a 2-stroke lead.
Staying on the edge of the fairway, though, I mean, not to get kicked into the jail is really the best outcome, so might have a shot.
Bell. Ooh, that was inside. Oh. Maybe not.
And when you're in that nice grass, these beautifully mowed fairways, you know you're in good shape.
Cooper. The power sidearm finds an early tree and a bad roll, Zoe.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
At this point, you've got to check that lie and consider a retee potentially.
You know? Goodpasture.
Wow, a little low, but he got some insane ground action and ends up in the center of the fairway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like he'll have an alley into the green from there. Swinging over to Cooper. Way short and left. Oh, no. Playing some Army golf, Zoe.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. We're just hoping he's got an alley, or a lane through here.
Throwing 3 already on the par 4. Oh, he's going to have a long putt.
Wow, yeah. There's a chance to save it.
DiBattista. Second. It's like a slow approach disc.
Comes in nicely, reads it, landing early again with these downhill fairways is super key.
Goodpasture. Oh, did he catch the last tree he needed to beat there?
I think so. Still in good shape. He's in the circle, though.
Okay. Bell. Really nice drive.
All right. Coming in with a little bit of heat, but lands pretty nicely.
Legee going downhill for birdie. Oh, excuse me, par even. Who fires that wide? Nice tree, though, on the backside.
Oh, wonderful catch then by the tree there. Step through putt downhill.
That's
Power.
a lot. Goodpasture. Birdie bid.
Oh, no,
Ooh.
Ian.
Gross.
That was not what I expected. That looked like a beautiful putt.
It did. DiBattista for a 3-stroke lead. The man is playing solid.
That's right. It's pretty dialed in early here.
Mhm. Cooper coming back up the hill for bogey. That's a good putt.
So glad to see that one go in.
Me too. Matt Bell has a birdie look. Now tied with Charlie in second. You can see-
Climbing his way up.
Yeah, he is. Charlie's disc right there, unfortunately, cut through the chains. I got to say, hyzer putts, sometimes they cut through. It is a thing. The flatter the putt, the more chains you catch. I
That
feel
is absolutely true. It's just the mechanics and the fundamentals of what happens with putting.
Yep. Here's a good putt, though. DiBattista puts this one home for birdie. Sitting on a 3-stroke lead. Quick word from our sponsors. Back in just a bit.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm going to land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
Welcome back to the action. Hole 4 in front of us, Zoe.
Downhill. And look at just how much work and time and effort goes into this fairway. We've got some really nice grass in the fairway, entering into pretty thick woods. And off to the left, it drops off very, very steep. As you can see, just a couple of little entry points here, 6 to 10 feet wide. So got to dial in a distance shot. A lot of these guys are capable of parking it for a birdie putt. But there's really only kind of a right and a left, mostly straight line.
Okay. DiBattista on the tee. My boy Corey Merle, he says, woods golf with grass fairways, it doesn't get better.
It doesn't.
I'm with him, right?
So nice. I had to shout out to the entire clubhouse. Thank you for the work you put in all year round, like they do in Maine.
Yeah, that's what it takes, huh? Matt Bell. Starting out wide left, drifting it right. Found a tree on the way in, long putt in front of him. Goodpasture. Did he catch something up there?
Well, I think that he did, but then I believe took a kick from the tree and might have gone down the hill a little ways.
Yeah, looks like he's just a bit there, short left. Legee.
And he does beat that tree. This is looking solid. There's a putt.
That is the best of the bunch. Oh, yeah, that's really nice from Cooper. DiBattista. Looks like a long bid for 2.
From down low.
Ooh, I like the shape on it.
Nicely done.
Yeah, just right up a little short. Goodpasture.
This is tricky. Little forehand floater.
I think he's throwing a berg there, Zoe. You ever throw one of those?
Those are very dependable. I'm thinking about bagging one. Love them.
The brick version of a disc. They
Yes.
just have negative glide. Really, kind of useful, though, at times, right?
Especially at a course like this.
Yeah, sure. We need it to stop in a hurry. Bell, long bid and finds metal, but does not find home.
Dang. That looked good.
Legee.
He catches. Nice birdie on the card there.
That is. Especially a nice little bounce back after that bogey on the last. Now just one off that tie in second. They're both 2 behind that man, DiBattista. Or 3 behind, excuse me. Bell drops in. Charlie will as well. There's that berg. You can see those things anywhere. They definitely stand out. They've got an interesting shape on them. Cooper with a deep knee bend fires it home. Good birdie.
Yeah, I do appreciate the legs that he puts into his putt and the same routine every single time. Very athletic.
Looking at the next, Zoe.
Okay, we're going downhill to a little tiny bit of uphill to down again. And the basket isn't that far, 184 feet away. Very, very narrow hallway. It's a lot of fun to throw this shot. I think that most people are choosing that Annie putter or lefty line. The right side hyzer is very tough.
Gotcha. Cooper has the box. Fires the forehand. Oh, if it sits, it's good. It did anything but.
I picked up a lot of speed, and that's the danger. You're going to see it all day long with these hills. Watch out for these death greens.
DiBattista. Got the last one on the way in. Long putt. Matt Bell.
Looks like he found that line.
Oh, my.
Gave it a scare.
It was about a disc or 2 away from putting that one in. Talking about that right there. This close, he says. Charlie Goodpasture next. He's grabbing the berg again.
I think he's lining up that hyzer side. Or is he turning the berg over?
He's going to turn it over.
Okay. There we go. Great play. There it is. We did get an ace on camera. Central Coast.
Love it. Nice shot,
Wow.
Charlie. Pure.
With the berg.
I like how Matt was, a foot away. And then Charlie makes a little correction there and tosses it right in.
Look at him running up and down the hills to get that out of the basket. How awesome to
Heck
catch
yeah.
that ace.
Hey, he's now within one of the lead as well.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about the scorecard.
Yeah.
That helps.
Rolling it back from the catch cam. Pavo showing you his view after Keenan showed you his. Oh, my goodness. So cool.
Perfectly done. Perfectly shaped up.
Always fun when it happens.
So
Back to your regularly scheduled disc golf.
Yeah, the Cards gotten some excitement here. They've got to refocus back onto their own game.
That was DiBattista with a long look at 2. He's going to have to settle for 3, and now it just has a 1-stroke lead after Charlie did his Goodpasture thing. Cooper coming up the hill for 2. Ooh.
I liked that bid.
Kind of gave it a chance.
Yeah.
Matt Bell coming back down the hill for birdie.
Those can be tricky, even though he was that close. That was pretty steep of a hill.
It was, wasn't it? DiBattista drops in the par. Cooper the same. The lead down to 1 as they head to 6. Let's check out the slow-mo. Get Peter's view of this ace. Hole 6, Zoe.
Par 4, 602 feet. And just look at this beautiful hole. Again, we've got green grass in a thickly wooded fairway. And it's a par 4, so you can't really leave the fairway. You've got to either disc down to a fairway or a slower speed just to land in the middle, or a player's going to really let one go and hope.
Look at this green.
Yeah. And that hill off to the left-hand side is very steep. Like the kind that's hard to even go down. You've got to have some trees to hold on to.
How do you throw after the ace? I usually grab a double bogey. Hopefully Charlie does better.
I think that's pretty common too, Ian. The excitement's hard to
Right?
capture. Wow,
Oh,
and he
come
peers it.
on.
Center cut. That's a dream shot right there for this hole.
Perfectly thrown. Matt Bell. Let's see if we can follow those vapor trails, as my boy Philo likes to call it. Oh, he cannot. Early release.
Oh, looked like it just fell out of his hand there. And I think kicked into the fairway.
Yeah. Goodpasture.
I mean, leggy there, just a
Oh,
little
thank you
bit
so much.
off the fairway.
DiBattista. Ooh. It might fade a little early. Oh, nice kick.
A little bit of love there, and he's going to be lined up for, I think, a pretty decent second shot as well.
God, accessing that green looks so tough, though.
It's not easy.
A little keyhole in there. And then you got to settle on that slope as well.
And those pine needles are pretty slippery.
It's like that pine straw action.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Matt Bell, his second. Trying to twist it down the hill and through the trees. Did he catch one?
Yeah, it sure did, and it shot him left, which is pretty thick woods. Being off the fairway here just is natural OB.
Cooper, his second. What?
And he threw that pretty hard. He had a lot of branch and foliage to go through there.
He got down there. Looks like not a bad shot. DiBattista, his second. Trying to keep it straight down the hill, and that tree certainly helped.
Wow, yes. Sits nicely for him. Couple of nice little tree love kicks.
Matt Bell now throws 3.
And that's exactly what you want for the third shot. With a little bit of struggle off the fairway, no work to do.
And we're finally at Charlie's drive.
Wow.
Throwing his second shot. Oh, catches one of those guardian trees on the way in. He still has a long birdie putt.
With trees sprinkled all throughout the way, like very obstructed.
Cooper going down the hill. There's a putt there. Charlie's third. Gonna try and float in an Annie. Huh?
Which is such a difficult shot shape, and he's working against the gravitational pull of that steep hill. That's a tough thing to be in that position.
DiBattista with a birdie look.
Catches. Couple of high right makes for him, but no problem. He's got the birdie.
Man has a solid game.
And a really solid beard.
Yeah. One of the best ones on Central Coast
I'd
in a
say
while.
so.
Maybe ever, honestly. If I'm being honest. Legee. Nice putt there from Cooper to save the 4. Bell, a par. That's what he finds, and Charlie will as well.
And see, minimizing the damage there for Matt, but probably pretty disappointing there for Charlie, even though they're both carding the par.
Yeah, one of the best drives that hole's going to see in a while, I would imagine. DiBattista dropping this one in. Very nice birdie. Quick break. We'll be back in just a bit.
We love and understand plants. Let our passion excite you too.
Welcome back to the action at Maine State's hole 7 on your screen.
And it is, again, a narrow fairway, par 4, 509 feet. You can see it's straight for just a little while, takes a little bit of a left-hand turn, splits into 2 fairways, right or left. You better make a choice. I never even walked this left-hand side, so it's cool that the drone is flying this way. I always chose to kind of flip up hyzer, go the right-hand side. I think there's all kinds of options, though, for righty or lefty lines.
This course looks so cool. It would kick my butt, but I really want to play it. DiBattista.
Definitely shows you who is on and who is hitting lines off the tee.
Yes, it does. And DiBattista, not quite on line, but still solid progress.
There's a little bit more
Yeah.
on the right than there is the left.
Goodpasture. Hung it out a little too far right, Zoe.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely off the fairway, but can step out and throw from there.
Bell. Looks more online. Oh, it's fantastically online.
Yeah. Got a little forward skip at the end there. I think he's just going to have a little step out putter approach.
Okay. Cooper. That looks like it.
Needs to slow down, though. That's a pretty steep hill there.
So is he down in that left fairway?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mean, that works for Cooper's forehand. He's got a great one. So DiBattista off fairway right. He's getting aggressive.
I believe he could have a putt or just a little standstill.
I think you're right. That was nice. Goodpasture. Also off fairway right, but just not quite as badly.
Oh, taken down early.
Cooper has that left fairway lined up. Big high forehand hyzer. No, keeps it low.
Just a little bit inside.
Yep. Long putt coming his way for birdie. Swinging over to Bell.
He's got the alley.
He's between the fairways, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nice kind of jump putt approach. That drive was huge.
And he settles nicely in the circle.
All of 400 in the woods, I bet. Really nice. Goodpasture, his third.
It's like the worst
Also,
feeling in this
yeah,
golf. You're
settling.
conceding again, you're like, give me next time.
The Cax. I know my buddy Zach throws that thing. It's a great disc.
The Castoplast is really coming out with, I mean, they've got a solid lineup.
Mm-hmm. Their glow discs, super glowy too, by the way, if you're a night disc golfer.
Which so many people are. We
Yeah.
get to that winter time and we want it.
DiBattista. Look at this man go.
He's a putting machine,
He
Ian.
is good.
Wow. Happy to see him card it, too.
I love these gems hiding all over the country. They're just straight ballers at disc golf, you know?
And you know they're out there. MPO, FPO.
Yeah.
Kids
Totally.
that just watch out the tidal wave of the
Uh-huh.
talent.
Oh, my
Getting
gosh.
ready to break out. That
Bell.
already is.
Uh-huh. And then a nice putt from Bell keeps him within 3 of the lead. Goodpasture. It's a par for Charlie.
I hear you.
Cooper also a par.
Little Cooper bag putt there.
Yep.
So close he could almost pretty much drop it in.
Yeah. DiBattista from way downtown. The James Harden of disc golf.
Yes. Love those slow-mos.
On to the next, Zoe. Where are we going?
Well, hole 8, par 4 through these crazy woods. Going straight downhill, flattens out, and down a little bit more. 572 feet. You've got to have a turnover, something that's going to go right, but not too far right. This is a crazy hole, you guys. Just watch this drone fly through. You can't be off to the right or the left too far. Just a nice little hairpin turnover.
I love these technical par 4s in the woods. So
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, they are. They really are challenging, and then getting those little aceable birdie or die holes.
DiBattista.
Yes, sir.
Perfect amount of fade there. Finds himself in the middle, or really
Nice.
the right side of the fairway, which I think is more open for every shot.
Cool. Matt Bell next. Getting solid distance.
Yeah, that continued to go through the woods. I think it's going to be in some thick woods there at the bottom of the hill, though.
I'm curious where that settled eventually. Goodpasture.
Oh, I like this. If I can hang on. Yes, he is down on the right-hand side of the fairway. More flat ground or flatter footing to stand on.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Cooper. The forehand is fired and it missed that one.
Oh,
Doesn't miss the ones behind though.
man, plenty of power on that. I think the hill would have shot it up the fairway had it not hit the tree.
What kind of shape does it need here, Zoe?
So he's got to have a little bit of ante on it. He's got an extreme ante on it. But lands
Oh.
right next to it. I
Dang.
didn't want to talk too much. I wanted to see if
Yeah.
it was going to kick up and roll.
What a shot. DiBattista next. Flexing in the backhand. Will it fade in time? Oh,
Wow.
tree
I think that
fade.
was, yeah, good tree. That was a pretty powerful shot.
Goodpasture. Looks like he's berging it.
Framed up for him. He loves this shot, apparently.
Round 2.
Yeah, Yes, man. That's like a
It-
stock shot for Charlie.
He's dialed with that little baby flexor.
Yeah. Matt and his caddy G looking fresh in their Thought Space attire.
Oh, cool. Matt Bell.
Patent pending
Off the
stance.
fairway, yeah.
He's well up the fairway, but if he can extend his arm far enough. Oh,
Maybe the other side?
man, this is tight. Not quite
Where
out of there, I don't think.
Did that go? I never got it. Did you see it?
Yeah, I think it ricocheted off the tree. Yep, didn't quite get out.
Natural OB out here, Zoe. You
what
got
I'm
to keep
telling
it
ya.
clean.
Every single fairway. It really never lets up. Hole one kind of fools you going over that concrete field.
These fairways are super fair as well.
That's
You know?
true. Yeah.
There's really no random trees in the middle.
First.
Maybe
miss-
until
Whoa.
what?
Not even one of the hilly fairways
Dang.
flips over the backside of the log.
Straight up ski balled right there.
A farther putt than originally bid. Dang.
Yeah. Now to save the par. Oh, it looks like a worse line too, Zoe.
Oh man, worst stance, worst line.
I thought he had it.
I did too, almost. And, that still looked very, very solid. He missed high on the first one. Good make there for Legee.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, tough to find that power for Debo.
Yeah. Big uphill putt. Goodpasture. This will close the gap by quite a bit. A birdie here. DiBattista grabs a bogey. The lead down to 1.
In one hole. So much can change. And I mean, we're just approaching the last hole of the front half. And a lot of action on hole 8.
Cooper slings that one home. Whoa, look at this hole 9, Zoe.
Okay, par
What do
three.
you throw here?
206. Honestly, I even throw a sidearm, and that is not a shot you see Zoe and I pull out that often. So, assuming we'll see a few of those because it will fade into the hill for a right-handed player. Turnover putter or mid is a great play. It's only 206 feet. You got to land there, though. It's a steep green.
All kinds of technical. Charlie going. Is it the Berg again? It is. Oh, it's wide, though. Thankfully, it's sat.
Right in the middle. Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm. Cooper, here's the forehand play.
Nice and low.
A little bit of tree kiss, but it did not bother him.
No, that's about a 15-footer. It maybe even less.
Bell. Long?
I believe that was just a little deep of the
Yeah,
basket.
it was.
Yep. And on the wooded side, probably at the edge of the circle.
DiBattista going backhand. Looks like such a dicey proposition.
Yeah, I've not seen that line thrown. Darn it.
Yeah. I can see it now that he just threw it. Just to the right of that tree, right? Little
think so.
flip up with a putter.
Mm-hmm.
Goodpasture.
Forehand in that Berg.
Oh, yeah. Doing so beautifully.
It just sits right there. Quality disc.
DiBattista flexing that into the green. A slight overflex, though. Makeable putt for par, though. Over to Bell, who pushed his forehand long. A look at 2.
Semi throw putt. Hoping, yep, and it sits down. That was a bit of a death putt.
Bell aggressive on the green. This to save now. Comes up short. Uh-oh. That's a good curl at least. But still some meat on a bogey putt. That one finds home at least, Zoe.
Definitely happy to, just keep it at the single bogey. Again, these greens and the rollaways are real.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to know the magic tally of how many strokes on the weekend folks were served.
I bet it was brutal.
Yep.
Seems like nearly every green's got a little bit of pitch to it. Cooper coming back down the hill. And thanks to that birdie, that's a 2-stroke swing between he and Bell. They are now tied in third. Goodpasture, that's a par. He will stay one behind DiBattista, excuse me.
Action-packed front nine. Looking forward to the back nine. Huge shout out to ThoughtSpace, our title sponsor for the Maine State
Thank you.
Championships. This is a fantastic event to attend. I personally was able to enjoy it. Definitely take a look at this reader board and do not miss out on the second half of round 2 on these tightly wooded fairways.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you there.